Howdy, pards. On tonight's programme, sessions from the Wolfhounds and from the Milk Monitors. Amongst the records, Billy Bragg, the Melody Four, Sonic Youth, Jackdaw with Crowbar, Latin Rascals, the Porno Sponges, the Original Sins, Front 242, Western Jazz Band, Slits, Fat Boys, Eugene Chadbourne, the Flying Cream Shots and Percy Sledge. To start the programme, though, this, which is from Birdhouse. Where's it gone? Right, competition fans, that was The Birdhouse, all one word, and No More from an LP or mini LP or EP burning up on Vinyl Solution Records. And for those of you who don't know what our competition is, it's really too late now. But people have had the opportunity to win one of 5 sets of the first 12 Peel Session EPs made available on cassette by Strange Fruit. And I shall be announcing the names of the winners on next Wednesday night's programme. Give time for the letters to come in from all parts of Northern Europe. This is from Shirati Jazz, excuse me, from the LP Benga Beat. Shirati Jazz, that was on World Circuit Records from the LP Benga Beat, and they play in London tomorrow night, I think, along with the Real Sounds, and I should very much like to be there to see them both in action. Unfortunately, I should be elsewhere, going places, eating things, and that's the title of this from the Porno Sponges. No, hold on a second, it's like the second time tonight.
When she's walking, she's shaking it down. When she's dancing, she's breaking it down. Seems the sound running battle around. Come on, baby, gotta put you on the ground. She's my little elephant. She wobbles right so elegant. When we walk up to the bus, everyone unloads her.
I got one or two letters and cards about that the first time I played it from people saying, don't play that again. Now, actually, people are curious to know where it came from. Well, it comes from Mother Records, M-U-T-H-A Records, or wherever that is in America. The Porno Sponges, that's called Going Places and Eating Things. And talking about relatively obscure American records, I was pleased to see that at least Rough Trade in London have got a few more copies of the excellent LP by the Sewer Zombies. Unfortunately, I got the last two of them, one for Andy and one for Walters. That's the kind of kindly chap I am. The Wolfhounds, now, they play on the 28th of this month at the Black Horse in Camden, where they're going to be supported by the Catapult, whose record I played on Monday night. Incidentally, the bass player in the Catapult is the brother of the drummer in the Wolfhounds. Not everybody knows that. And they play on the 15th of July at the Mean Fiddler, Harlesden, also in London. They also play here tonight, and this is Rule of Thumb.
Alternative poetry into cash for 87. Some didn't got paid, some jams were never played. But I am just a poet who watched the whole parade go by. And why? Cause they wasn't fly. Others claim to be fresh, but they're not KRS. I cannot walk around the street with my head in the clouds, either running on my gear or having colors too loud. Everything must coincide with the way I feel. And by the way, it's Scotland Rock on the wheels of steel. So I take one step to adjust the mic. I get around the whole city, so I do it nice. I like a funky beat, a studio like you need. I write the crazy fresh lyrics and I don't eat meat. You can look me up and down, and my DJ too, because we make up the Boogie Down production crew. Taking out MCs on the 1, 2, 3, no matter who they claim to be in society. Because we know their game, we have pulled their far. If they need a different style, we can get wild. He's ICU, he's out to kill. I'm KRS, and we get ill. DJ Scotland Rock got his own beat. The extravagant life is what we see. I will tell you like this, cause I know for a fact I will live a long life and I don't smoke crack. Captivating the crowd 7 days a week. You know what they told me to say? I got the dope beat. I got a dope beat. You got a dope beat. I got a dope beat. We got a dope beat. I got a dope beat. You got a dope beat. I got a dope beat. We got a dope beat. For me to say again another verse of my rhyme means what you heard before must have blew up your mind. So now it's time to find poetry like mine. Do not waste all your time because I'm one of a kind. Pulling out and easy going cause the money be flowing. 54 brown eyes and I'm always showing. Stupid MCs on the mic the way it's supposed to be done. It's study rhymes all week, but I be rhyming for fun. When they lose time, I won't repeat this rhyme. If you think that you could burn me with your amateur ways, keep in mind that I've been out there from back in the days. I don't brag about the people I know because they're still bluffing and not giving me nothing. I can walk around the city with the rhymes I want, cause no matter how you front, they're still the ones you want. See, I am funky fresh and poetry is my opinion. Taking out you suckers while a scholar I can spit it. I'm still kinda young. I don't wear Adidas cause my name ain't Run. Got Nikes on my feet and to be complete, I can rock an American or reggae beat. Got rhymes for the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Not being conceited, but it won't pay to try me out for any feud, any battle, any reason. Making rhymes of every season. This style I'm just teasing. Pick up the pace, oh boy, pick up the pace. You're way behind schedule. Listen to what I'm telling you. This particular style may vary. The things I converse about are heard rarely. Some can't bear me, others try to scare me, sounding intelligent but not yet equivalent. You know what? You got a dope beat. I got a dope beat. You got a dope beat. I got a dope beat. You got a dope beat. I got the dope beat. You got the dope beat. I got the dope beat. You got the dope beat. I got the dope beat. You got the dope beat. You got the dope beat. Is in the house. Miss Melody is in the house. Lena Love is in the house. D Nice rocks the house. Old Miss Adams rocks the house. Flavius Walker turns them out. 40 Feet Black knocks them out. To my Mellow Moses gun, rock the house. Naughty busts it out. Big Boo turns it out. Chuck chill out, cuts it up. Red Alert works it out. Scotland Rock Jr., my pride and joy. KS1, his mother's first son, and I know he'll never run. Dee Dee, Scotland Rock, Scotland Rock.
That's KRS-One and Scott LaRock, Boogie Down Productions from the LP Criminal Minded, and it's called Dope Beat. Before that, the first tonight from the Wolfhounds, sounding very good, and that was Rule of Thumb. And our other guests are the Milk Monitors, and this first song is going to be the A-side of their debut single to be issued in the fall. This is Yo, Dance With Me.
I
Boat Monitors, first from them in section, which is Yo Dance With Me, and we whirl back in time to 1978, 1979, whenever it was, for the Fall, for their first session, no, their second session, in fact. The reason the first session wasn't issued, because one of the people had written in to say, how come you issued the second session on Strange Fruit? And the main reason was that Marquis Smith, I think, didn't want the first one to go out, but hopefully be persuaded of the virtues of the scheme eventually. This is Mess of My.
And out of your own choice, boys and girls.
November 1978 it was, of course. That's The Fall and Mess of My from the Strange Fruit EP. And I suppose it must have been 6 months ago that somebody wrote to me and said, how come I didn't play any records by any of the Punjabi Bhangra people and bands and so forth? And I wrote off to an agency in Birmingham for advice about it. Around the same time, that came back around the same time as there was an article in one of the Sunday supplements. I forget which one it was. And so a friend of mine, because I was sent from the agency in Birmingham a whole list of phone numbers and so on, so a friend of mine phoned up a bunch of these people and said, you know, any chance of getting a record? And one has finally turned up. Only one so far, but hopefully there will be others. And this is by Apna Sangeet, and obviously to some people listening this will be tremendously familiar, and then to others, rather like myself, it'll be very new. But it's Punjabi Bhangra music anyway, and the title of the piece I think I'm not going to just try for the moment.
ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਪੰਜੇਬਾਂ ਛਣ ਛਣ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਜਾਵਣ
ਓ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਪੰਜੇਬਾਂ ਛਣ ਛਣ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਜਾਵਣ
ਲੱਕ ਪਤਲੇ ਤੇ ਲੰਮੀਆਂ ਤਾਉਣਾ ਬਿੱਲੇ ਨੈਣ ਮਟਕਾਵਣ
ਓ ਲੱਕ ਪਤਲੇ ਤੇ ਲੰਮੀਆਂ ਤਾਉਣਾ ਬਿੱਲੇ ਨੈਣ ਮਟਕਾਵਣ
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਦੰਦਾਂ ਚ ਚਿੜਦੀਆਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਚਿੜੀਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਗੁਲਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਨਿਗੱਟੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਚ ਮਿਚ ਗਈਆਂ ਸੁਰਤ ਰਹੀ ਨਾ ਜਗਦੀ
ਓ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਚ ਮਿਚ ਗਈਆਂ ਸੁਰਤ ਰਹੀ ਨਾ ਜਗਦੀ
ਜੋਬਨ ਹੁਸਨ ਨਾ ਵਿਕਦੇ ਹੱਟੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਦਾਤ ਹੈ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ
ਓ ਜੋਬਨ ਹੁਸਨ ਨਾ ਵਿਕਦੇ ਹੱਟੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਦਾਤ ਹੈ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ
ਕੱਕੇ ਵਾਹਲ ਪਮਾਰਨ ਚਮਕਾਂ ਲੱਗਣ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਤਾਰਾਂ ਨੀ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਟੱਪ ਲਾਓ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਨਾ ਲਓ ਇਸ ਜਿੰਦ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ
ਓ ਨੱਚ ਲਓ ਟੱਪ ਲਓ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਨਾ ਲਓ ਇਸ ਜਿੰਦ ਨੇ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ
ਵਿੱਚ ਬੁਢਾਪੇ ਤੁਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਬੈਠੇ ਚੂਰੀ ਜਾਣਾ
ਓ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੁਢਾਪੇ ਤੁਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਬੈਠੇ ਚੂਰੀ ਜਾਣਾ
ਹਮਰਾ ਵੀ ਪਿਆ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਵਾਰ ਨੇ ਕੱਟ ਕੇ ਨੋਟ 11 ਨਿਗੱਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੋ 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 ਨੱਚ ਪਿਆ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਗਿੱਧੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਣ ਦੀਆਂ
Well, that's the only track I've had a chance to hear so far, but it's a good start, I think. It's from an LP issued in 1986 by CBS in Bombay, and it's by Apna Sangeet, and it seems to be called Punjabi Bhangra Songs, if it's called anything at all. I'm not sure if Andy's got a copy of that or if he's been playing it, but I shall certainly loan it to him, see what he thinks of it. Now, Sonic Youth and the LP Sister, I think just about my favourite around at the moment, along with Vermin of the Blues by Eugene Chadbourne. Tracks from both of these in the course of tonight's programme. This is Sonic Youth.
7
Like a missing bass transmission.
I think at the weekend I shall sit and listen to this a lot and muse on life. Sonic Youth from the LP Sister, and another track from the LP before the end of the programme too. Now with the Wolfhounds again, in session, Sandy. Really good. I'm already enjoying this session a lot, I must say. Those are the Wolfhounds, and that's called Sandy. And I don't know if you were listening to Andy's programme last Thursday, but he had a marvellous session by Ivor Cutler. Ivor's done lots of Radio 1 and Radio... I think he's the only person who's been on Radios 1, 2, 3 and 4, actually. But it was one of the very best that he's ever done. We've got him in on Monday for a session, mainly Fremsley things, I think, and Ivor and the Mekons as well. Right now, though, it's Eugene Chadbourne from the LP Vermin of the Blues. Not actually Eugene starting. It's kind of, well, just listen to this.
Okay, we have another call standing by here. Good morning, B.I.G.
Ian?
Yeah.
This is, I'm not ashamed to tell my name is Robert Harris. I'm an artist here in Greensboro, and I'm a great fan of Eugene.
Oh, you are?
And I have his recordings and his tapes, and I think they're just really wonderful and unusual.
Well, now, Robert, how did you get hooked on rake and roll music?
Well, I teach art down at the Greensboro Arts Center, and I taught his daughter, Jenny, art. And so she said her father was, a musician and composer. And I said, oh, gee, I'd like to hear some of his music. And she said, he had recordings and albums out. And so she brought me some. And I said, Joe, that's wonderful. And so I have them, and I really do appreciate them.
Now, are you going to ever try to capture on canvas what this guy does with his rake?
Well, I tell you, there's a serious side to Eugene. He does really all kind of interesting music, and something that a lot of people don't know. In England, he was on the top 10 chart, I believe, over there.
You're kidding. Eugene, were you on the top?
He does very beautiful rockabilly and country music. He has a wonderful singing voice. And the next time he comes, I want him to bring some of those recordings.
All right, will do. Well, he didn't bring those with him this time, and he didn't bring the guitar either, but he did bring the rake.
Well, I think everybody's in the rake sounds good this time of year.
Well, Robert, I think...
The woman who calls in, it kind of lifts spirits, doesn't it?
Well, it does, if nothing else. I said we all got a good laugh today, and oh, goodness gracious. If laughter is supposed to be good and make you feel good, Yeah. Well, I do thank you for calling.
Well, I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Pickup truck in the parking lot. The blonde passed out in the back. She's out drinking, her husband's having a heart attack. Some dudes sitting in a milk truck, tossing bottles against the wall. God made country music for good people like y'all. 14 and abandoned, living by the bus station, eating sausage out old boxes, posing for them dirty pictures. While the truckers pass it round, while the hookers tracer call. God made country music for good people like y'all. Shotgun blast, a pile of blood, the detectives are still inside. The greaser downstairs with the baseball cap and all the tears that Tammy cried. Spat his teeth out at the start of the fight, now he's too weak to crawl. God made country music for good people like y'all. Silver trucks at Pepper's Den, another 5 at Doug's Missy Lounge. All night playing country music, don't play no doesn't know jazz. Play them songs I wanna hear, or I'm ripping off your balls. God made country music for good people like y'all. He made country music for good people like y'all. I'd like to thank everybody for supporting country music all these years. Thank you for supporting country music.
Thanks for supporting country music.
Thanks for supporting country music.
Thanks, folks, for supporting country music.
Thank you for supporting country music.
Thanks for supporting country music.
Thanks for supporting country music. Thanks for supporting country music, y'all.
Hi, this is Joni Mitchell. Thanks for supporting country music.
Hey, Johnny, thanks a lot. Glad you could stick around.
You play reggae, rock music. Yeah, my name King.
Eugene Chadbourne, he's a guitar-playing fool. I don't remember that top 10 chart entry of his in Britain, I must say. That's from the LP Vermin of the Blues, though, from Fundamental Records. Excellent stuff throughout, and that's God-made country music for good people like y'all. And there's another Percy Sledge reissue. Nothing wrong with that at all. If they reissue the whole lot, I should be very pleased, as long as somebody goes and records some new things as well. This time it's Cover Me, but on the reverse of it is It Tears Me Up. Great.
I see you walk with him. I see you talk to him. It turns me up. It turns me up. And start my crying. Oh, I can't stop crying. I see your face, squeeze your fingertips. It turns me on. It turns me on. I feel like I'm dying. Oh, I must be dying.
then you look back at him with a loving smile, and that makes me feel kind of rough. Oh, darling, it does me up. I see you smile, yeah, you're never tired. Oh, yeah, it does me up. It does me up. But there ain't nothing I can do. Baby, can't you see I'm still in love with you? Oh, can't you see I'm still in love with you, baby? Still waiting for something that I can't have. Oh, baby, doesn't tear me up so bad. Can't you see that I'm still in love?
I be out of here. Bust it! Bust the beat! Hit the beat! Do the beat! Come on! Bust the beat! Come on! How! 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 We're gonna rock this jam tonight! Rock! 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 Fuck the beat! Peace to all the homeboys on home down. Do what the hell you want, man. Hey, what you want to do? What you want to do? I don't care. You don't care. It's
best track, I think, on the new Fat Boys LP. That's called Hell No, and preceding that, Percy Sledge, with as good a record as you'll ever hear in your life, I suspect. It Tears Me Up, which is on the B-side, or whatever I said was on the A-side previously. And back with the Milk Monitors, When All Else Fails. Good stuff from the Milk Monitors in session, When All Else Fails. And I said at the beginning of the programme, in a moment of mental aberration, that Shirati Jazz were playing in London with the Real Sounds. This isn't the case at all. In fact, it's the Real Sounds and Jonah Moyo and Follow the Crocodile, as they're now styled, and Vera and Gwena, for those of us who speak the language, and all of this at the Town and Country Club tomorrow night in London. So I apologise for getting that wrong. This is from Angry Red Planet from their LP, Little Pigs, Ghost of the Crab Nebula.
I did not want to do that place where I was doing.
From Times, dearly beloved, 1981, from the LP Return of the Giant Slits, and that was Walkabout. Before that, Angry Red Planet, an LP that I like a lot, and not just because it's called Little Pigs either, and Ghost of the Crab Nebula.
Singled out on Radio 1 with Janice Long.
And this week's Singled Out takes a look at some of the week's new releases with movie star and musician Joe Strummer and Pet Shop Boy Neil Tennant. That's Singled Out, Friday at 5:45.
Radio 1, singled out.
Agresivo.
defiant diplomacy and demonstrations of military force.
Aggressive Adieu is the title of that, from Front 242, from their LP official version. And at the end of last week, Andy gave us an LP called The Tanzania Sound, and from it, this is the Western Jazz Band, and I'll give you the title after I've played you the number.
Maria mwenzio sio mali yako, si ya kuringia. Maria mwenzio sio mali yako, si ya kuringia. Bibi kanikabidhi, peleka kodi ya mwenye nyumba, vibaya atakufukuza. Bibi kanikabidhi, peleka kodi ya mwenye nyumba, vibaya atakufukuza. Sio mali yako, si ya kuringia. Maria mwenzio sio mali yako, si ya kuringia. Mimi kanikabidhi, peleka kodi ya mwenye nyumba, vibaya atakufukuza. Mimi kanikabidhi, peleka kodi ya mwenye nyumba, vibaya atakufukuza. Nyumba vibaya, mwenyewe akijua atakufukuza, na mengi ya hatari atakufukuza. Peleka kodi ya nyumba vibaya, mwenyewe akijua atakufukuza.
Lipakodi Yanyumbar is the title of that, and that's from the Tanzania Sound LP on original music, Western Jazz Band. The LP also features people like Salim Abdullah with the Cuban Marimba Band and the Dar es Salaam Jazz Band and so on, and I expect Andy's played one or two tracks from it himself. On his programme tomorrow night at this time, Martin Simpson and Voice of the Beehive are in session. But tonight we've got the Wolfhounds, and don't forget to, if you've not listened to their LP, Unseen Ripples from a Pebble, you certainly should try, despite the title of it. And this is Boy Racers RM1, it is. What can that mean?
processed like cheese. Whipping sun god beats you down to your knees. Living in a double life, your players like Russian dolls all inside each other. Living in a double life, towns grey and hair greying. You just to cram it in the licensing hours, cram it in the licensing hours. Gentlemen, everybody, free drinks on the house. Stick it in his face. Living in a double life, surprising economic necessity. Living in a double life, 5 minutes late and you're fired. Living in a double life, everything breaks and you're tired. In the time it takes to buy the paper, you've already read it. In the time it takes to cue the cameras, you've already said it. Said it! Too late and too late. Too late and too late. Came too early. You came too early. No one was there. No one came. You came too early, getting in was easy. You came too early, you missed out. If everyone else wasn't bleeding or sleeping, if everyone else wasn't bleeding or sleeping, I'd be leaving.
Sorry, I was reading a letter about the excellent Basilisk School action. Somebody had written to say, give me a phone number where I can get in touch with him. You may not remember his record. It's one of the sounded like a basement door slamming all the way through. Cretan music, but a particularly wonderful track. And somebody had given me his phone number so I can give him a ring in Crete and try and get him to come over for a session. Well, it's getting a bit carried away, but you know what I mean. Those were the Wolfhounds in session, and that was Boy Racers. And I've had one or two people write in and ask about this, which is a B-side of a single by the Original Sins. It's their version of Sugar Sugar. I think a rather special version.
Girl
Well, you might argue that a little of this goes a long way. These are the Latin Rascals from the LP Bach to the Future, and this is restyled A Little Night Noise. Before that, it was the original Sins and Sugar Sugar, which ended about 30 seconds earlier than I thought it was going to, hence the rather less than wonderful segue. These are the Milk Monitors, Revenge. Milk Monitors in session, and that's called Revenge.
What's the worst job you've ever had? Well, before you answer, we'll also hear about how Island director Tim Clark had to fire the sales force, while over in Jamaica, Bob Marley's manager received 5 bullet wounds while protecting Marley from a hail of gunfire. And we'll hear why King Crimson star Robert Fripp gave up the music business. All this and plenty of records in Part 7 of the Island Record Story, starting at 2 o'clock Saturday on Radio 1 and Stereo FM.
Across the UK, Radio 1.
And if you missed Part 6 last Saturday, there's another chance to hear it tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock. That's colourfully named Belgian outfit Excreta, and Destructive Outfit is what they were shrieking throughout that. And this is Come Aig de Forest from an LP, I Shall Be Released.
1, 2, 3, 4. We had a conversation, your words were garbage to my ears. What feels like yesterday, you talk about like it's been years. So I just disconnected, because I can't accept it. Your voice makes me feel hateful, but I suppose I'm grateful. It's long distance, it's better than being with you. Long distance, it's better than being with you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Long distance, it's better than being with you. A woman says I'll put you through. I say to her, don't touch that dial, cause I'm still hung up on you. It hurts no matter what I do. I should just hit you, then you know the way I feel. If I reach out and punch you, then we'd both feel something real. Why is it always hit and miss? Why is it always touch and go? Now you're gone and touching someone I don't even want to know. Long distance is better than being with you. Long distance is better than being with you. Long distance is better than being with you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you. Just cause you're off the hook don't mean that I forgive you.
Jackdaw with Crowbar, that is, and that's Fourth World from their Ron Johnson Records 12-inch EP. Before that, it was Carmaig de Forest, a most improbable name, I say, and really doesn't at all sound like you would imagine. I mean, oh, never mind. That's from the LP I Shall Be Released, and it's called Long Distance. And here's another track as advertised from Sonic Youth from the LP's sister. This is Pacific Coast Highway. Excellent stuff, as I said before. Sonic Youth, and that's from the LP's sister on Blast First Records, and that's called Pacific Coast Highway. Here I am getting complaints, you see. You do requests for people's birthdays, you get them a day or two late, and they complain because you get their names wrong. What is the world coming to? From Poole, Dorset, This is from the, what are they called again? New Dimension, or one of them anyway. It says, could you please play a record by hold on a second, for Fizz 305 and Tough 2 of the New Dimension, Wayne 129, Episode 2, and Winston the Boys. Encloses some recent graffiti. PPS, my name is not Finn, but Jason. My mum's Zeds look like N's. There are 2 people in our graffiti crew, Fizz 305 and Tough 2. Well, I apologise for getting it wrong, New Dimension people. I think your work is excellent, by the way. And this is from the Masters of Ceremony.
Why must I feel like that? Why must I taste the crack? It's nothing but the fog in me. Said it's nothing but the fog in me. Said it's nothing but the fog in me. Said it's nothing but the fog in me. Give me crack, bring me out. 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 T.O.D. Yeah, Grant, Hoover, Maxwell, whatever clientele. You see your homie? What's his name? I can't think of his name offhand. What's your man? My man. He drives the funky $85 van. That's Dave. Light skin with a curly wave. Yeah, that's him. Yo, what about him? Hey, yo, he's all in. He fell off? Huh, believe it or not. Now, how's that? He stole his van for some jump. Was at the backside. Sounds nutty to me. Well, how nutty? So nutty, people going plumb crazy. Come on, the Maxwell. You think it's like that? Buster Polly was the cracker. She said she wants some crack. She wants some crack. Hit your head. What little sis said? What? Crack is the word. I looked and shook my head and said, you mess with crack, you better be while I'm dead. Cause if I ever catch you, I'll put you in your head. All the friends do it. I saw your friends are broke. I kicked it plain and simple. The coke is smoking no joke. I kid you not. Believe me, sweetheart. Well, look, don't you ever try it. Cause it'll rip you right apart. Cause all I hear is, and crack is all they do. I hate to be the one who say the someone that I knew. Well, I got a homie. He does it all night. I tell him, get your business. That fight. Correct out. Explain to me what in the world is crack. Crack, let me see. It's something that keeps your heart pumping. Take it from blow and then turns into something. It's a type of drug that'll have you hooked. And the side effects of crack are always overlooked. Oh, it's right, so come on, Negro, stop. Cause you can buy it. Where at? Right around our block. But that's okay. Yeah, but why did you say? Man, I wouldn't smoke crack Jack anyway. Well, okay, well let me tell you what happened the other day. Me and my homie were walking down the walkway. Saw a whip like you. She was counting some money. I never seen her before, but I knew something was funny. So me and my homie, we stopped and started talking. It was the same old crackheads out hawking. Then I said to my homie, yo, she could get got until I saw her zip up inside the crack spot. Man, I was shocked. My mind had been rocked. All types of crazy zombies were around the block, and with the kick, jumping hot, licking dealers with clock. If you had it, every addict would be on your job. Yo, I got jumbo. Can I get one on credit? No shorts, homeboy, you might as well forget. But I'm starving, yo, G. That's not my problem, B. Well, bust this upstairs. I got a Sony TV. How many cracks can I get? Yo, I'll give you the 4. 4 naked and Sony. Only one more. Alright, you got it. No joke, it better not be broke. Yo, the truth is brand new with a funky remote. Hey, yo, bust it. Susie is the girl I knew a while ago. She was respectable and beautiful, but now she's a hoe. You can't believe how she can do that. But I guess she was the game called crack. Take her on no date, she don't weigh more than a plate. She used to be a healthy girl, but she lost stupid weight. So bring the said it was the fight. Susie said it was the diet. I see the I said, David, Susie, don't you even try it. You used to be a privacy, the house I would run. But look at you now, you're a coast on bump. I mean, you used to be a Gucci girl and all that mess. And now, here's the difference with the size we best. Before you think best Susie in real bad health. If you take your pants off, then probably stand by themselves. Smelling like 10 years of old. Lord, get back. Susie, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and get off that crack. Correct out. Correct out.
On Strong City Records, those are the Masters of Ceremony, and that's called Cracked Out. And we've already reached the last one from the Wolfhounds, but the last of a good session, I think. This is called Disgusted East 7.
I rode to walking down a 225, and the crowd shook me alive. And I swear by the dirt in my nails, and by the will that always fails. These are the streets where nothing grows. There's easy pickings for the ones who know, but I know nothing, and it's being rubbed in out of the cotton and straight in the bin. An excuse for a park, a sheet of concrete and a sheet of glass. In the bushes where the latex fly, deserted body and diverted at night. I went to into my ghostly hand. I was being born and lying dead, and I awoke with the thickest of heads. There was a knock and I opened the door. Rain on the pavement and crap on the floor, and the grocer stayed open late. The only pulse on the eastern estate. From grace, I fell from grace, I fell from grace, I fell from grace in the west end of town. The rich and the rich, though it brings me down. From grace in the west end of town, the rich and the rich always brings me down. The road to Walgate on a 225, where the wasted are just kept alive, just kept alive, just kept alive,
An underrated band, I would say. Those are the Wolfhounds, the last of them tonight in session, and that's called Disgusted E7. Let me remind you once again that not tomorrow night at all. Well, tomorrow night it's Andy, and I told you what he was going to be doing. But on Monday night, Ivor Cutler and the Mekons in session in these programmes. And now this is from Locomotive Late Night, who come from Kirkcaldy in Fife. In fact, 74 Caithness Place, Kirkcaldy, Fife, if you want to write to them. This is called Out of Range.
She said I've had enough of this.
realise the guitarist Alan Liddell is probably related in some way or another to Billy Liddell, one of the 5 greatest footballers of all time. That's Locomotive Late Night from Kirkordian 5, and that's called Out of Range, which is a 12-inch on their own KDY record label, distributed by Fast Forward and the Cartel. Now the Melody 4, and a familiar tune. Well, to some anyway, not to me, to be perfectly honest. I hope you won't think this is some sort of inverted snobbery, but that's supposed to be the theme tune from Dallas, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure whether it is or not. But it's the Melody 4, though, from a 10-inch LP on Chabado Records. And to the last from the Milk Monitors, Don't Lean on Me.
Nobody
Those are the Milk Monitors, the last from them in session, Don't Lean On Me. And if you're entering our competition, the last record coming up in just a moment, you have to send your entries to John Peel, BBC Radio 1, London W1A 4WW. John Peel, BBC Radio 1, London W1A 4WW. And it's too late to explain it to you now, because if you don't already know what's happening, then, as I say, you can't possibly win. You've got a week to get your cards in, because we'll draw the winners on next Wednesday night's programme. The last record tonight, therefore, this is Billy Bragg.
This song I wish to play for you now was not written about the subject of South Africa.
Dieses nächste Lied, was Billy singen wird, wurde ursprünglich nicht über Südafrika geschrieben,
It was written about the situation for black people in America in the 60s.
sondern es wurde über die Lage der schwarzen Amerikaner in den 60er Jahren geschrieben.
But I'm sure if you listen to the lyrics, you'll realize it fits just so now in South Africa.
Und Billy glaubt, wenn ihr ganz genau zuhört und ein bisschen was vom Text versteht, dann werdet ihr merken, dass es ganz genau auf die Lage in Südafrika heute zutrifft.
The song was written in 1964 by the great soul singer Sam Cooke.
Das Lied wurde 1964 von dem großen Soul-Sänger Sam Cooke geschrieben.
And the song is called A Change is Going to Come.
Und das Lied heißt, es muss sich etwas ändern.
I was born by a river in a little tent. Just like that river, I've been rolling ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. It's been so hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yes, it will. I go to the movies, or I go downtown. Somebody tells me don't hang around, it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. So I go to my brother, I say, brother, help me, please. Most of the time, he just ends up knocking me back down on my knees. There were times that I felt that I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yes, it will.
Oh, not much of one, I suspect. That's Billy Bragg from the mini LP Wake Up. A Change Is Gonna Come.